Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. With a single-day spike of 61,408 infections, India's COVID-19 tally breached the 31 lakh mark a day after it crossed 30 lakh, while recoveries surged to 23 lakh 38,035, pushing the recovery rate to over 75% according to the Union Health Ministry data. India's COVID-19 caseload mounted to 31,06,348, while the death toll climbed to 57,442, with 836 fatalities being reported in a span of 24 hours. The COVID-19 case fatality rate had declined to 1.85%, while the recovery rate has risen to 75.27%. There are 7,10,771 active cases of coronavirus infection in the country, which comprises 22.88% of the total caseload. India's COVID-19 tally had crossed the 20 lakh mark on August 7. According to the ICMR, a cumulative total of 3,59,02,137 samples have been tested up to August 23, with 6,09,917 samples being tested on Sunday. The Supreme Court on Monday refused to entertain a petition seeking proper formulation of a national policy for uniform compensation for families of those who have died due to the novel coronavirus disease. We dismiss the petition. There is no ground for hearing the petition, a bench of the Apex Court headed by Justice Ashok Bhushan said, rejecting the plea. The petition was filed by one Hashik Thaikandi against the Union of India seeking proper formulation of national policy for uniform compensation for families of those who have died due to the pandemic. The Apex Court, however, did not find any merit in the petition and dismissed the same. Activist lawyer Prashant Bhushan on Monday submitted a supplementary statement in the suo motu contempt proceeding before the Supreme Court, refusing to tender unconditional apology for his tweets, wherein he criticized the top court and Chief Justice S.A. Bobde. Bhushan said he will not give any tender unconditional apology in the contempt of court proceeding case in which he has been held guilty. The senior lawyer said if he does so, then it will be a contempt of his conscience. It is with deep regret that I read the order of the Apex Court dated 20th of August. At the hearing, the court had asked me to take 2 to 3 days to reconsider the statement I made in the court. The statement said, I have never stood on ceremony when it comes to offering an apology for any mistake or wrongdoing on my part. It has been a privilege for me to have served this institution and bring several important public interest causes before it, Bhushan stated in his reply. I live with the realization that I have received from this institution much more than I have had the opportunity to give it, his reply said. I cannot but have the highest regard for the institution of the Supreme Court. I believe that the Supreme Court is the last bastion of hope for the protection of fundamental rights, the watchdog institution, and indeed for constitutional democracy itself. It has rightly been called the most powerful court in the democratic world and often an exemplar for courts across the globe, asserted the reply. The Congress Working Committee on Monday urged Sonia Gandhi to continue as the party's interim chief and to bring about necessary changes to strengthen the organization, sources said. The CWC also decided to convene the AICC All India Congress Committee session at the earliest possible time to start the process for selecting the new party president, sources added. At the crucial CWC meeting, Gandhi is said to have offered to quit, but she was urged to stay on as the interim chief. The meeting followed a letter by more than 20 party leaders demanding an active, full-time and visible president. Though a large section of the leaders backed Sonia Gandhi at the nearly 7-hour virtual meeting of the Congress, highest decision-making body, to discuss the pivotal leadership issue, the faultiness were clear and appeared to deepen at some point as the day progressed. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh led the demand for Sonia Gandhi, continuing as Congress president, and leader after leader echoed him while attacking the letter writers, particularly Ghulam Nabi Azad, the senior-most signatory and a CWC member, sources said. P. Chidambaram suggested the holding of a virtual AICC session to start the process of holding elections for a new party chief. Former President Rahul Gandhi, it is learnt, launched a sharp attack against the signatories, questioning their timing as well as the fact they went public with their grievances. He also reviewed the fact that the letter seeking sweeping changes to the party organization and election to the CWC was written when Sonia Gandhi was in hospital and the party was battling a political crisis in Rajasthan. The BSE Sensex on Monday added another gain of 364.36 points at 38,799.08 on brisk buying in finance, banking, telecom and capital goods stock amid positive global cues. The Nifty of National Stock Exchange rose by 94.85 points to 11,466.45. The Nifty recorded day high and low at 11,497.25 and 11,410.65 points respectively. The sectoral indices like finance, bankex, telecom and capital goods stock advanced. In scripts, Kotak Bank, IndusLand Bank, Bajaj Finance, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank advanced while selling in Power Grid, M&M, Tech Mahindra and Titan restricted from further gain, broker informed. The mid-cap rose by 0.44 PC and small cap by 1.57 PC. In 30 scripts, 16 advanced while 14 declined. That is all for the today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.